Yo, yo, what's up, guys? We are live. I'm excited to be here, energized and fired up as always, and I'm excited to add some value today. I'm checking out the chat right here, so make sure you let me know where you're calling in from. Let me mute myself so it doesn't echo. All right, let me know where you're calling in from and share your name. I want to say what's up. What's up, Darren? Excited to be here. What's up, Bob? What's up, John? Hugo? Ready to rock this. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna I'm gonna share my screen, but I'm really excited for this webinar because it's very needed, and I'm gonna give you a lot of value. No agenda, just really want to vibe with you guys. And I realize that most training, most content out there is BS and a lot of fluff. So I want to give you real tactical strategies and real comprehensive training that you can literally take with you and have an action plan right when you leave as well. And if you're going to spend time with me today, I know that time is life's most precious commodity. So if you're going to spend time with me today, I don't take that lightly. And I'm going to make sure that you turn your time into real results and real success in your business as well, okay? So hold on one second. Let me share my screen. And we're set. So let me know, can you guys see the screen? We got New York City in the house. We got Australia in the house, India, New York City, Ho Chi Minh City. I'm not sure where that is. But let's dive in, guys, all right? So here's what we're going to focus on today. And I want you guys to really, really get engaged and pay attention because this is going to be something that's going to add massive value. And I want to let you know, I've failed my way to success. A lot of the stuff I've learned is based off failure. I don't want you to make the same mistake. And I want to really help you cut your learning curve in half. And I love rewarding people that invest in themselves and put time into their perspective and their mindset and their intelligence. So I'm going to reward those who stay till the end as well. So I'm excited. And one of my biggest pet peeves personally is going into trainings and seminars and not getting real results, not getting actual training that I felt, wow, that was valuable. So I made a promise to myself that I was going to give better free content than most pay thousands of dollars for. So once again, I'm very excited for you guys to be here and to get this value. But here's the house rules. This is not get rich quick. I don't do anything with that mentality. Most people who buy any how to make money fast training will never make any money. This is not do nothing and get paid. This is real work, real value for real people. There's no fake experts, right? So here's the deal. Why this is important right now, I want to go through first, okay? There's so many people right now that want to be entrepreneurs. This is the greatest time in human history to be an entrepreneur with so many resources available, but still 90+% of entrepreneurs and startups are failing right now. So it's the greatest time in human history, but most entrepreneurs are failing right now. And here's the deal. You're leaving a lot of money on the table not knowing some of these simple and powerful facts. So you're leaving a lot of money on the table that you could be making right now, and there's a lot of time being wasted that you can make right now by not knowing some of these things I'm going to talk about, okay? So understand that. Now, the game has changed, okay? The game has changed. What worked 5 or 10 years ago is not working anymore. People are in a real struggle right now. They're not sure how to take their game to the next level. I've been obsessed with what's relevant and what's working now. I know 15 and 16-year-olds that are literally making $500,000 plus a year. We have a 17-year-old in our academy that just turned 17. His name is Josh. He might even be on this. He started making $10K a month last month, and he's 17. But I also know broke 40 and 50-year-olds, confused and frustrated. So age is irrelevant. Now, here's my promise to you on this training. And if you know me, I'm very intense. And I don't BS. I want to give you the real deal, but here's the deal. I want to promise you by the end of this training, and it shouldn't be a long training, you'll be able to have a clear understanding of why most entrepreneurs fail and how to really thrive and build a business on your terms in this new economy. You'll also have a clear roadmap on how to reach the 5% and how to reach it on your terms. Not let someone else tell you what you're worth, not let someone else dictate your future and your actions, but you dictating your future and creating your ideal lifestyle. All right, so what we're going to cover today, first, the biggest lies and myths behind success. So the biggest lies and myths behind success, how to gain absolute clarity and get rid of overwhelm. I'm going to help you simplify all of your business into a one-page plan. I'm going to talk about developing a bulletproof mindset and really an unshakable confidence and unshakable mental toughness that you need to thrive in this new economy. Here's the game changer for me personally that really helped me the most. How to elevate your circle of influence, how to really build your $1 million network. I don't know who's read my book or who hasn't, but this is one of my favorite chapters, how to really build a $1 million network. Everyone that has a network now once didn't. So I'm going to teach you whether you know nobody or don't have any support system around you, or whether you know a lot of people. I'm going to help you elevate your network. Also, how to maximize your 24 hours and increase your productivity 3 to 5 times. I don't want to say increase your productivity 50 times. I want to be very conservative, but we've increased people's productivities just with some of this simple training 3 to 5 times within the first month. Now, I'll tell you this, I've actually been paid between $10,000 and $20,000 for an hour speech to talk about similar stuff. And you guys get it right here, okay? Also, how to grow your income as an entrepreneur, how to monetize your value and your message, and create consistent results. One of the biggest problems I see with entrepreneurs is they have inconsistent income. It's up, it's down, they have no income, they have a lot of income, and it's not consistent. You want to create predictable income in your business. And the next steps to becoming a real game changer. Here's what I've done. This training is usually 3 hours plus. I've simplified the training for you to where I've actually made it 45 minutes because I'm only giving you the stuff that's relevant to you, stuff that you can actually use and take action on right away. So what I've done is I've simplified everything for you. I've spent a lot of hours these last couple of months in this last year really simplifying the content to where I'm only going to give you the 20% that yield the highest results for your business. I'm also going to make sure I give you an implementation plan after each step, and I'm going to give you the biggest mistake people make as well. Sound good? You guys ready to go? Let me know if you're ready to go in the chat room. I'm excited for you guys. By the way, I'm going to give up the need to be perfect. I might mess up. I might miss a slide. It's not a big deal. I don't care as much about the technical aspect as I do about me being fully authentic and giving you the best possible training that I can. All right, so keep that in mind. So the biggest entrepreneur myth that I've seen in the last 5 or 10 years, training close to 7,000 entrepreneurs, here's some of the myths that people don't understand that I really want to shift your perspective with. First, it's not as much about personal development as it is about knowing yourself. Okay? So many people are obsessed with personal development. They're studying everything, but they're not taking any action. They're not really understanding who they are and what sparks their fire and what drives them and what their strengths are. So they're so focused on everything around them and studying, they don't know what they want or who they are, and they're so overwhelmed. I want to help you simplify the content, okay? Next, your network is more important than your experience. Like I said, I know 15 and 16-year-olds making $500,000 a year personally. And they didn't have a big network, but they understand how to become more valuable. And I know people with a big network, but they're frustrated and discouraged and not making much money. So your network is more important than your experience. A lot of people say, oh, I have 20 years of experience. No, you don't. You have 1 year of experience repeated 20 times because they're not growing and innovating and bettering themselves and elevating their skills, okay? Next, it's not about working just smarter or just harder. It's about working right, okay? It's about working right. And I'll teach you how to work right. Success doesn't respond to want or need. One of the myths is if you want success or you need success, if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. No, that's not the case. I have a lot of people that come up to me and say, I need success. My daughter's this, my family's struggling. I want it so bad. It doesn't matter. Everyone wants and needs success, but it responds to deserve and value. This was hard for me to understand. When I was working 80 hours a week and still broke, I was ready to give up and throw in the towel. I was like, what am I doing? I'm working all the time, but I'm not getting results. Then I saw people making 7 figures, having a great lifestyle, working when they wanted to. And I'm like, what is the difference? Because they deserved it. They understood their strengths and they knew how to give value to the marketplace and get compensated for it, which I didn't understand till later. So I don't want you guys to go through that same mistake. Here's a big myth. You need a college education to start a business or become an entrepreneur. Now, this one used to be bigger when people were like, you need it. Now I think it's so obvious that it's not an intelligent move to go to college if you want to be an entrepreneur that I don't even need to share about this. Okay, so I'm going to skip that. But the reality is a lot of the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet didn't go to college. It's not your fault. This has been taught and talked about in the industry and online for a long time. So if you think these things, it's not your fault. I'm trying to shift your perspective. My goal for this training is to get you to think, number one, get you to really think authentically and think differently. Two, give you a proven roadmap, a roadmap that's been proven, that actually works, that's relevant, that's tested, that's comprehensive. So you have that. Now, I really don't like talking about myself much, but I want to talk about kind of my experience and who I am and where I came from. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's so many fake experts who have not been in the trenches, who have not gotten real results, who have not failed and been frustrated and been dead broke. And I had a lot of college professors when I went to school at University of Oregon that were teaching business lessons, but they never actually ran a business. They just taught it and read about it and taught theory. And that really frustrated me because I didn't use much of that in business. I learned everything from being in the trenches. So I have failed my way to success personally. And I've personally trained over 6,000 entrepreneurs and millennials from all different backgrounds the last 10 years, personally trained physically. And I've been featured in Forbes and Entrepreneur Magazine, Fox News, Huffington Post, Inc. Magazine, all kinds of different publications. And some of you guys have seen me everywhere online. And this was from really nobody knowing who I was a couple years ago. I'm a 2 times international best-selling author of 6 months to 6 figures in the Entrepreneur's Blueprint. And I've done 6 figures in 6 months in now 9 different industries, not 7, now 9 different industries. And I have a very deep and raw understanding of what it takes to motivate people and inspire people. And what I'm really known for is going from dead broke and frustrated and discouraged to 6 figures within 6 months. So whether you're broke or have money, it doesn't matter. I want to help you have the best 6 months you've ever had. I also just got booked to speak. I mean, I speak all over the world. I just spoke in Dubai, Toronto, Florida, getting booked to speak in Greece, and a lot of other places, which is amazing, right? And I don't do much marketing, so I'll teach you how to really position yourself as well, okay? And here's my book. It has 650 reviews. The Audible has 4,000 reviews, and it's sold over 200,000 copies. Now, I don't say this to impress you, but to impress upon you that I'm very humbled by the reach that my book has gotten all over the world and the testimonials. It's great. It's amazing. I'm humbled and blessed. But I just see a lot of people saying they're authors and their books reach like 30 people, or they have like 2 reviews, and they're using that as leverage. Yeah, I'm an author. I don't use it as leverage. I wanted to write a book to change people's lives because I felt like I had all this passion and energy and experience in me, and I couldn't get it out to the world. So I couldn't even sleep at night because my message wasn't out there. I wanted to get my message out there so while I was sleeping, people could be impacted, right? And I just got top 6 millennials to follow in 2016, along with my boys, Gerard Adams and Gary Vaynerchuk, also Marie Forleo as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, so some of my worst failures, guys, and I'll go through these kind of quick because I want to get to the value. Some of my failures is I was thinking drive, passion, and energy was enough to succeed, was enough to really crush it and take action, was enough to like make success happen for me. I got into sales and entrepreneurship with not really any strategy or mentor, knowing my strengths. And I had no standards to follow. I started following people who didn't have the same values. I took way too many opinions. I took too much information, and it caused me to be stressed and overwhelmed. I was studying everything, but I wasn't executing. So I was overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, you seek distraction subconsciously. So I was seeking a lot of distraction. And here's my biggest failure. I kept waiting for the perfect time, and I was never telling myself right now mattered. I was always like, oh, someday I'll be successful. Someday I'll take action. Someday I'll join a great community of entrepreneurs. Someday I'll get a mentor, but just not now. And it was eating me up inside because I burned away all my savings and I really went dead broke. So here's my fork in the road. Do I abandon entrepreneurship and my dreams? And do I try something else, or do I settle for an average job while building someone else's dream? In the moment to me, but it would increase my chances of regret. And what I learned that I want to share with you guys now, do you mind if I give you a bonus lesson? Never let someone else who's already given up on their dreams talk you out of yours. Okay. Number 2, figure it out. So I had to figure it out. There's no other option. I saw a lot of people around me and some of my mom's friends and family that were struggling. They were 40, 50. They hated what they did. They were complaining about their work. They didn't have time for vacation. I didn't want that lifestyle. I didn't want that. I wanted to do something different, and I had a lot of energy built up, but school kept bottling it in, and I felt like an outcast. So I wanted to, and honestly, entrepreneurship saved my life, but I didn't feel understood. So that's why I was like, I have to figure this out. So my $1 million decisions were this. I made the definite decision to make the entrepreneur thing work. I shifted my circle of influence, and I got rid of all the toxic people who really didn't believe in my vision. Second, I decided to ignore everybody who didn't have the results I wanted. You guys will realize there's so many opinions in the world. Oh my gosh. And most people who have opinions on what you do don't have the results you want. They've already given up on their dreams, or when you go for big goals, you relate to their insecurities and they want to pull you down to their level. So I had to get around higher level people, okay? I had to get around higher level people. And the third thing was I started understanding I was paid off the value I brought to the marketplace, and I started working right. Not harder or smarter, but I started working right, all right? So here's the deal. My mentor, Jordan Weir, is one of my first real mentors. He says a smart person learns from their mistakes, as all successful people do. But those wanting world-class results learn from other people's mistakes so they can shorten their learning curve and not waste as much time making the same one. So I needed to cut my learning curve in half. So the first key that he taught me that I want to share with you is you have to shift from complexity to simplicity. Get rid of all the noise in your head right now. Simplify everything to what really matters and what's most important to you. That's really the first step, all right? So I'm going to give you, point one is absolute clarity. I'm going to give you a plan on how to really create a one-page productivity focus where you only have one page on your vision, and you look at that and keep track of that. You don't need a 50-page business plan. First key is you got to master yourself. You cannot lead and impact others till you master yourself first. Most people haven't mastered themselves, and they're trying to impact a lot of other people, and they're falling short, okay? And we're going to talk about these in depth. Two, you need to clearly identify your end result. Like, what's important to you? What's your end result? What's your ideal outcome? And here's the key. You want to base your ideal outcome, okay? You want to base your ideal outcome on your potential and what's possible, not your past or your insecurities. Most people base their goals off their past struggles and frustrations. Don't do that. Don't sell yourself short. Base it off what's possible. This is with no limitations. What is your ideal outcome? Because in this day and age, you can get any result you want with the proper training and the proper roadmap. Okay? Next, reverse engineer everything, which we'll teach you. And then you have to articulate your most powerful reasons for why you want to do what you do, because reasons come first, results come second. So this is called the one-page plan. This was one of my biggest breakthroughs I had, is simplifying my success in my life and my business. First thing on the top. By the way, if you stay till the end and be one of the dedicated ones, I'm going to give you this PDF as well. So first you want on this page, this is all one page. Don't do this now, but do this right after. This will help you gain some clarity. What is your ideal outcome in your life and business? If you're in a job you hate, put a 6-month date down, because when you have a date, you make it real. You have 6 months. As time decreases, intensity and focus increases. So we can help you replace that income, right? But what's your ideal outcome in the next 6 months? How many employees do you want? What's your business? How much money are you making? How involved are you in the business? Where are you working from? Are you traveling? How big is your team? Literally, there's no wrong answer here. What is your ideal vision? Where if me and you were hanging out in 6 months, having coffee, or just connecting, whatever you like drinking, wine, bourbon, coffee, water, what would have had to happen for you to be completely satisfied and excited about your results thus far? Think about that. Okay, think about that. Then you want to focus on your top 3 core values. What's most important to you? You want to build your business around your values and lifestyle, not the other way around. Most people base their lifestyle and who they are on what they do in their job. You can't do that. That's going to cause massive regret and frustration. Okay, so here's the deal. What's most important to you? For me, it's family, it's flexibility, it's freedom. You could not pay me now $100 million to have someone else tell me what to do or what I'm worth, or put a cage or I don't know even what to say, to hold me to a schedule, to tell me exactly when to show up. You couldn't pay me enough, but that's maybe not you. And I'll tell you, in this new economy, the only security you really have is your ability to make it happen and your confidence in yourself. So for example, money is not my top focus. Family and flexibility is, and then legacy and impact. I want to impact people. So let me give you an example. I've turned down $10,000 speeches this last year. It didn't match my values. It wasn't the right timing, but I've also given free speeches to inner city kids. I gave a free speech to inner city kids in New Jersey a couple weeks ago, and I gave a free workshop and speech to some inner city kids in LA. Now, if one of my first values was money, I probably wouldn't do the free speeches, but you have to know what your values are. And what happens is if your value is freedom and you have a job where you don't get freedom, you're going to live incongruently and be frustrated. So you have to really understand what's most important to you. You got to know yourself here. Okay. Next, your big five. What are the 5 things that have to happen in the next 6 months for you to have your goals and your vision become a reality? What are the 5 things? Okay, think about that. Really dig deep. Now, here's the big kicker. Your 5 most powerful reasons. You're going to have to come up with probably 15 or 20. You want 10 internal, 10 external. But think about what reasons are driving you. What really is your internal motivation? What's going to spark emotion to take action? And what's going to pull you through challenges? If you're not waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning, fired up and excited, you don't want it bad enough, and your reasons aren't strong enough. Okay? So you got to figure out your reasons, because like I said earlier, reasons come first, results come second. You will never get the results you want if you don't have strong reasons. So I challenge you, think about your strongest reasons. And when you come up with 20, only 5 are really going to be the ones that drive you and are relevant, okay? And then next, your number 1 skill to master. What's the number 1 skill you want to master right now that's most relevant to your 6-month vision? Now, here's the key. Now it's focusing on mastery versus overload until you master that skill. People want to be studying 4 or 5 things, start 3 businesses at once, have 10 skills. Then what happens is, and I've never seen the contrary or the other side, they're always average at all of them. They say they're experts at these things, but they don't get the results because they're focused on too many things. So focus on one thing until you become an expert at it. So all the podcasts, all the books, everything you read needs to be focused on that one thing. What I see a lot of people doing is they trick themselves and they have this grass is greener to where they read a book or they read a couple books. There's actually people out there that promote reading a book a day. You gotta be kidding me. That's sad. I'd rather read 1 book, maybe 3 books a year, and master them and get results from them than just read books to sound cool and have all this knowledge but not actually get any results. You want to be addicted to results and outcomes, not information and knowledge. So now it's mastery versus overload, right? So now you know exactly what to study that's relevant to your skill, that's relevant to your reasons and your goals and your values. Got it? So now the kicker here is you got to let your vision guide you, not your current circumstances. Look at this daily, all right? So now it's mastery versus overload, all right? So here's the action plan. Create your 1-page plan when you can and look at it daily. I got mine laminated and I looked at it every single day. I even had one taped in the shower. I know it's a weird thought, but if I didn't feel right in the morning, I was in a down mood, I looked at that and it shifted my state of mind to get in beast mode, to get in game time mode where I can attack my day. Moods are killing people. Bad moods are killing people's productivity. So you got to stay with a top-notch state of mind. The biggest mistake I see here, like I already said, is there's just too much random personal development and not enough mastery. So I wanted to end that for the small amount of entrepreneurs that are serious enough to take action and invest in themselves. So that's why it's important to focus on mastery. Got it? Next, mastering your mind and really how to develop an unshakable confidence. How do you really develop an unshakable confidence? Okay, well, everyone has inside them what's called a confidence account. And based on this account is where you currently are and your past successes and failures. If you don't have a big confidence account, you haven't accomplished much and you're probably frustrated with your bank account. I'll tell you this, being very blunt, there's no shortage of money. There's so much money being made right now. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. There's only a shortage of people not understanding how to become more valuable and that aren't willing to change their ways or shift their mindset to be able to attract money. And here's the scary thing about your confidence account. Everything you do either helps or hurts your confidence account. Every decision you make either helps or hurts your confidence account. If you hit that snooze button instead of getting up early and hopping out of bed, you hurt your confidence account. Should I eat that salad and eat the vegetables, or should I eat the pizza and cheeseburger and fries? Well, it's up to you. You make the easy decision, you hurt your confidence. Should you go out on Friday night and party and spend the money you don't have on drinks to impress people? Or should you actually stay in and look at your goals and make some calls to your potential clients? Should you put that video on YouTube? Or should you slack off and watch TV? Every single decision you make either helps or hurts your confidence. There's no in between. So I want to help you develop an unstoppable confidence. All right. I'm getting fired up. The whole purpose is to increase your certainty. What's the number one reason people don't want to leave their 9 to 5? It's cushy, it's comfortable, because someone has paid them and gave them certainty to give up on their dreams. Hey, I'll pay you 35 grand a year if you give up on your dreams. I'll give you certainty. The key here is you have to create your own certainty. So the reason people don't want to be entrepreneurs is because there's no certainty. So here's how you increase your certainty as an entrepreneur. One, you do your preparation and due diligence. You study your industry. You study your competitors. You study the people that are coming before you that are already doing what you want to do, right? That's a huge, huge key. You study people. You elevate your network. You get around people that already have certainty in entrepreneurship. That helps you cut your learning curve in half, right? You spark your mind with the right information. You focus on mastery, not overload. A big one, the right investments. What investments are you making with your money? Are you investing it back in yourself or material things? Are you investing it back in your business or doing things to escape reality? Video games, going on vacation when you don't deserve it, buying material things, buying clothes, shoes, cars. No, you need to make the right investments. What about with your time? Are you making the right investments with your time that are paying for themselves and adding more time for your future? Think about that. Choosing growth in the moment. There's always the hard decision and the easy decision, right? And I'll tell you, I have 50 other things to do and I have a lot of stuff going on, but I made a decision to run this training for you guys. I don't care if there's 50 people on or 50,000. I'm going to give my absolute best to the people that are on because I really want to create game changers and help you guys. And if you get one thing from this training, I've done my job. And you can pass it on to the next person in your team and those you impact, right? The 2x by 3x mindset. You got to be addicted to learning, but also addicted to execution. Now, if you really want to double, Warren Buffett says, focus on value, not cost. If you want to double your income this year, you got to triple the investment in yourself and in your business. So if you run the 2x by 3x mindset, you're going to triple your revenue pretty easily. And then the biggest confidence booster is results and progress, right? So let's simplify this. Figure out one confidence booster that will increase your certainty the most and just focus on that for the next week. Just focus on that for the next week, all right? Next, for the next 7 days, choose growth in the moment and make the tougher decision. So literally, every choice you make, you have the easy decision and the tough one. I challenge you to make the tougher one and watch how much your confidence goes up. Here's the funny thing. Some of the people that need this content the most are the ones that aren't going to watch it. There's some people that probably signed up for this that last minute, they're like, I got something else to do. And they do what's comfortable. They hang out with friends. They drink a beer when you're actually investing in yourself. That's already a confidence booster, right? Whatever the majority is doing, do the opposite. So what's most of the people around you doing right now? Probably watching TV, relaxing, going to the movies, maybe going to a sporting event, and you're actually investing in yourself. And if you invest in yourself now, you'll soon have what most don't have, right? Rookie mistake here, basing things off feelings and moods or current circumstances and not your standards, right? So once you have clarity, once you know exactly what you're going for and what your goals are, then you shift your confidence to get a higher level. Now it's time to shift your circle of influence and create your network. So first part of creating a better network is evaluating your circle of influence now. How are the people around you affecting your thinking, your attitude, your mindset, your results? It changed my life years ago, and it was, if you want to be a millionaire, talk to billionaires because you'll get there quicker. And I was like, wow. I realized that I was talking to a lot of other people that were broke. So while I was broke, I was talking to people that were broke. And they were like, oh, Peter, you're young. It's okay. You're supposed to be broke. No, it's not okay. Be honest. It's not okay at all. So I really had to evaluate. And here's the deal. If you add up the income of the 5 people you're around the most and you divide it by 5, it's scary, but that's very close to what your income is. So if you want to elevate your income, elevate those you're around. You hang out with 5 millionaires, you're going to eventually be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 intelligent people, you'll eventually be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 idiots, you know what happens, right? It's inevitable. You hang out with 5 alcoholics, you'll probably be an alcoholic, right? That's just the law, right? That's just what always happens, okay? So keep that in mind. Next, identify the top 5 in your industry. Who are the top 5 that have similar values to you that are doing what you want to do? Identify them and start elevating your influence by getting around those people, by connecting with them. You might have to pay them for their time, I don't know. Or maybe they'll help you for free. But you got to make sure you're reaching out to those people and helping cut your learning curve in half. Here's something I made that was a game changer. It's called the make it. Okay, the make it or break it list. All right. You want to have two lists, your maintenance friends and your growth friends. Your maintenance are people that maybe drag you down. They don't think big. They want you to stay at their level. Maybe it's friends you feel bad about not hanging out with. You've known them since high school, whatever. But they don't really make you feel exceptional. Life is way too short to hang out with toxic people, I'll tell you. But you want to lower the time you spend with them in the next couple months if you're building your business and you want to be successful. Then there's the growth friends, people that you want to be around more, that challenge your thinking, that make you think bigger, that help you elevate your game. You want to be around those people and you want to spend more time. So lower the time you spend with your maintenance friends and increase the time you spend with your growth friends. Got it? And by the way, guys, I want to keep this simple. No need to overwhelm you. I'm giving you simple steps that you need to follow, right? And there's nothing that makes a bigger impact on your future than the people you associate with on a daily basis, okay? Than the people you associate with on a daily basis. Now, I'm gonna say that one more time for you guys. There's nothing that makes a bigger difference on your success and your future than the people you associate with on a daily basis. All right, so watch very carefully who you're around. All right, watch very carefully who you're around. Lastly, get involved in a mastermind or academy or something that has high-level entrepreneurs. All right, so let's simplify. Number 1, create your make it or break it list and lower the time you spend with toxic people. Lower the time you spend with toxic people. Pretty simple, right? It might be tough, but you have to understand, if you have really big goals, you're not going to relate to people that have smaller goals. It's going to be hard to do, all right? Connect with those playing the game at a higher level than you twice a week. Connect with those playing the game at a higher level than you twice a week. How do you do that? Well, you really be strategic on how you're going to reach out. Don't ask them for anything. Give value and share. Hey, I already reviewed your book. Hey, I've already shared your message with my audience. I'd love to figure out a way how I can help promote you and help share your product. Give value first, right? And don't reach out like everyone else. Just be different and unique. The mistake here, people take too many opinions and they don't have a congruent circle of influence. They want level 10 success, but they have a level 3 circle of influence. They want level 10 income, but they have a level 4 money mindset. They want level 10 success and level 10 influence, but they have level 4 habits. So you want to make sure you're living congruently with what's ideal for you based off your values. Got it? So now you've elevated your circle of influence, okay? Now you have to learn how to maximize your time and seize each day. So I finally learned how to respect my time, because here's the deal. If you don't respect or value your time, nobody else will. And it all starts with your perspective on your 24 hours, how much urgency you have in your life. Are you one of those people, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, maybe next month, not right now? Or are you like, I gotta maximize the time I have on the surf. I got to impact people. I got to explore the world. I have a huge map right next to my bed that reminds me to travel the world. I was just in Tulum, Mexico for a week. It was amazing. Before that, I was in New Jersey and New York. Before that, I was in Dubai. Before that, I was in Colorado. I've been in Puerto Vallarta and Costa Rica and Ireland and Prague and Amsterdam and Italy. And it's amazing. But I'm doing this on my terms because I've learned how to really scale the business, which I want to help you with. So many people are 40, 50, 60, 70, and they just haven't traveled anywhere because they're doing the same crap every single day because they have no urgency. But that's not you. I know that. So becoming a master at productivity. Get clear on your most effective morning routine. Your morning routine needs to set you up for massive success, okay? So everyone talks about how there's a bunch of steps to a morning routine. There's really 2 outcomes. And I want to simplify everything to 2 outcomes. The whole purpose of a morning routine is 1, get yourself in a confident state of mind and to have courage taking on your day. So you're in a peak state of mind. That's number 1. Number 2 is your intention and knowing your highest value activities for that day. That's really the only purpose of a routine. So whatever you have to do to get yourself in the right state of mind and to get yourself in a better confident state, do that. Whether it's reading a book, whether it's looking at your goals, whether it's working out, I recommend testing and trying a couple different morning routines to see what's most effective for you. And to be honest, I used to say, wake up at 5 a.m. You don't have to. As long as you're effective during the day, you need to figure out your biggest willpower time of the day. Whenever you feel like you're most creative and productive, put your toughest tasks to that time, right? The 60-20-60 principle. Here's the deal. Your first 60 minutes after your morning routine should be your highest value, highest profit producing activities first. Then take a 20-minute break, relax, and go back all in for 60 minutes. Now, you want to eliminate all distractions. You want to go with your toughest task, do what's hard first, because that's going to get you a lot more momentum and focus for the rest of the day. Now, if you wait to do your hardest stuff at the end of the day, the whole day it's going to be festering on your mind and you won't be as productive. So for me, one of the biggest hacks I've had with productivity is after my morning routine, I get focused. I think about what is my toughest task? What's the most valuable I can do that's going to move my business forward? And I go all in on that for 60 minutes with no distractions, no cell phone. 15, 20-minute break. I rewire my brain. I watch some YouTube videos. I go shoot some hoops. I run around the block, come back. I sell myself on the activity and I go all in for another 60 minutes. I get more done in the first couple hours of my day than most people do in a week because of this, right? So I want to help you with that. And we can have some time for Q&A afterwards as well, guys. Protect your time and create boundaries. So make sure you're protecting your time and you're thinking about what distractions have came up in the past and what's killed your momentum, and you're putting prevention plans in place for that. So if the internet's distracted you, go places with no internet. You're writing a book or creating. If the notifications on your phone frustrate you, for me, it was notifications of everything. There was notifications for Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then I took all the notifications off my phone. So now I don't have any. So my phone never, ever goes off. I haven't answered my phone when it's rang without knowing who it is or scheduled time for like 3 years. I create boundaries for people to connect with me, right? Here's a big one. Learn to say no. You have to be okay with not responding to people. Learn to say no more than you say yes. A lot of people are spreading themselves too thin and they're trying to please everybody else when they haven't even pleased themselves yet. And the only people you should really be focused on are the people that not only can move your business forward the most, but really have the capability to help you and move your business forward. So be very selective, right? Be very selective. Let's simplify this. Hopefully you guys are getting some value. Define your perfect morning routine. It could be different than mine and everyone else's, and focus on your highest value activities first, okay? Big mistake here is people have no accountability. So make sure you find an accountability partner that you can do this with, all right? So once you get clarity, you gain confidence, you elevate your circle of influence, and then you start maximizing your time. Now you have to focus on continual growth and sustained greatness. People always ask, how have you been so consistent the last 5 or 6 years? Well, I have an amazing team around me, but I keep systems in place and I keep processes in place and I continue to develop myself and I continue to reach for new ambitions, but here's the details of how I do it so you guys can be more consistent, all right? So consistent growth and sustained progress. And the reason I put money right there, frankly, is your relationship to money is literally how much money you're gonna make. So sometimes people are like, I don't want money. But society gives money a bad name because they label it as greedy. They don't want to talk about money. That's why they don't have any. You're never gonna find someone that has financial freedom that has money complain about money or say money's bad. It's only the broke people. Money's a good thing. It provides freedom. It allows you to get your message out there. It allows you to reach more people. I love money. Now, it's not what drives me. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. But you have to learn to respect money and understand how to get it. Okay? Learn how to play the game before you can change it. The 80% rule. If someone can do something in your business, 80% as good as you, and it's not a strength of yours, delegate it ASAP. Something I got from my friend Chris Ducker was you need to make a list of things you don't like doing, things you can't do, and things you shouldn't be doing, and start delegating that right away. There's certain things right now, you need to fire yourself from some of your tasks that you should not be doing. You should have a team around you doing some of these things. This is a great reminder. I'll tell you, the most dangerous words out there, guys, are, I already know that. The question is not if you know that, it's have you mastered these things, right? Next, you want experiments, not perfection, okay? Trying to be a perfectionist, trying to make things perfect has cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars the last like 5 or 6 years. So I gave up the need to be perfect to really just be myself and be authentic, all right? So you want experiments, you want to test. You know how many people come up to me at events and stuff? Someone just recognized me at the airport in Cancun, right? From Instagram, from my book. You know, people come up to me, I have so many ideas, I have the best idea. Ideas are crap. They're a dime a dozen. Everyone in the world has good ideas. I say, hey, how many have you tested and executed on and gotten feedback on? They always say, oh, none yet. Go experiment and test your ideas. Get market feedback so you can make proper adjustments and make more intelligent decisions moving forward. Put the website out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. By the time a millionaires launch 7 things, maybe 5 have failed. 2 of them made them an extra 500,000. A new entrepreneur hasn't even put their website out yet. Experiments, not perfection. Okay. I'm not going to dive into this, but the next level for success for some of you guys is learning how to develop other people, learning how to be a leader people want to be around, learning how to be blunt and tell the truth, even if it hurts someone in the moment, but makes them stronger longer term. Most people say things that people want to hear versus what they need to hear to grow, right? And then lastly, I'm going to talk about this in my new book, by the way, reinvesting your profits intelligently. This is not taught in school. Actually, we're taught the exact opposite. There's 4 things you need to invest in that every single millionaire I've ever met and connected with does. So you definitely want to jot these down and live by these. Number 1, of course, invest back in yourself to speed up your learning curve, to speed up your success, your results. Invest in your intelligence, your mindset, your skills. Number 1, because this helps you grow your income. You should always be investing in yourself. Number 2, invest back in your business, whether it's marketing, branding, strategy, team building, personnel, whatever. Invest back in yourself and then back in your business. 3 is invest in assets that make your money work for you. Assets that make your money work for you. Maybe you're a startup investor. Maybe you want to invest in companies. My friend Ryan Blair, who I'm going to see this Thursday, sold Visalis for $900 million. He's an investor in a lot of companies that are doing really well. He was an investor in Elite Daily that my boy Gerard Adams started and sold for $50 million a couple years ago. So he's made a lot of money investing in things, and it takes some risk, but you mitigate the risk by doing your due diligence. You can invest in membership sites. You can invest in multifamily properties. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in rentals. You can invest in duplexes. I have quite a bit of real estate I invest in because as entrepreneurs, you don't have a cushy 401k. And honestly, I don't even want one. If you knew all the details about that, just look into exactly how much you're really making with the interest. It's not much, right? But our society wants you to think it's amazing. No, you want to create your own success by investing in assets that make money work for you. And 4th, memorable experiences. Imagine right now, visualize getting on a plane, treating your whole family to a trip to Hawaii, to a trip to Fiji, to a trip to Australia, right? Everything paid for. That's where you're going to get your biggest inspiration and motivation. And you're going to be even more fired up and motivated to come back and work harder. issue. Some people, and you never want to go on an experience and a vacation to escape your reality, because when you get back, the reality is worse. You want to go on vacation because it's part of your lifestyle and you deserve it and you love it. A lot of people go on vacation. I was just in, like I said, Cancun, and I was at the pool and I was talking to this guy next to me, and I said, this is the life, huh? This is a rough life, isn't it? Kind of being funny. And he said, yeah, but I got to go back to the real world tomorrow, and I'm not really enjoying today because I have to go back. I'm like, wow, that is not a way to live. And I've been there, by the way, but I hated it so much. I've now dedicated my life to make sure people don't experience that feeling. So invest in experiences, but you have to do this in order. If you don't do one of these, it's hard to do all the rest. So invest in yourself first, then your business, then assets, then memorable experiences. Got it? Let's simplify. Number one, invest in you first to get your skin in the game. Number two, make a list of all that you can delegate and focus only on your strengths, okay? The rookie mistake here, guys, is no proven roadmap, and you're not around enough game changers and successful entrepreneurs. So get around higher level people. Now, I want to review everything. So I've really thought about how to make this training as valuable as possible for you guys. So I've reviewed everything for you. So here's the review from the whole training, all right? So write these down and figure out which one you're going to take action on first. Number one, create your ideal outcome and create your productivity plan. Okay, this is something that obviously you want to make sure you maximize and master, but that's a huge key. Consistently, not when you feel like it, consistently, okay? Make sure that you're increasing your confidence account. Elevate your circle of influence ASAP. Cut your learning curve in half by getting around high-level people, by speeding up your process of success, by figuring out systems, by leveraging technology, and by leveraging other people's platforms. And stop the ideas and start the execution and testing and experimentation of your ideas so you can get market feedback and make more intelligent decisions moving forward. And lastly, invest in you and get your skin in the game. It's really hard for someone else to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself. Yeah, you got to realize that, all right? So here's the deal. There's two ways you can really succeed. And like I talked about, it's fast or slow. 98% of entrepreneurs have Superman syndrome, where they want to do it all themselves and they go the slow way because they're banging their head against the wall. You want to make sure you have leverage always on your side. So I want to help you implement all these action steps consistently so you can deepen your network, reduce your overwhelm, and start seeing real results, all right? And here's what I've done. I've really positioned this to help you and explain why we do business and how we do business. A lot of you want to help people and have a deep desire to inspire others while building a life on your terms. Here's the best thing you can do that we've done, and it's been the best decision we ever made. And this is how we've been able to get featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, Huffington Post, Inc. Magazine, Business Insider, Success Magazine, every top podcast, be promoted by Brian Tracy and Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk and all these people, and interview people like Ariana Huffington. I don't need to get into it, but this is how we've created over 600 testimonials from different programs that we have. How we've done 4 six-figure launches from scratch this past 2 years, and how we've created the most dynamic and powerful networking community on the planet, endorsed by Forbes and Entrepreneur Magazine. Okay, and also how we attract some of the best speakers in the world to speak to our team and members of our community. 2 things. 1, you need to make your business about something. People want to join movements. They want to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something that's different than everything else out there. We've done so much due diligence and research about what a lot of companies are doing wrong. We want to make sure we have the most exclusive. So we make sure everything we do is exclusive and only for the right people, only for those serious about success, okay? And here's why you want to do this. You don't want to make your business for everybody, because if you try to relate to everybody, you'll relate and connect with nobody, okay? Here's why. The 95% rule. 95% of people talk about success. They talk a great game. They have all this energy about what they're going to do, but they never do anything. 95%. So if you ask 100 entrepreneurs to raise your hand if you're going to crush it the next 6 months. Raise your hand if you're going to elevate your game. Raise your hand if you're going to make more money. All 100 hands raised. If you fast forward 6 months, how many actually are in a better spot than they were 6 months prior? Probably 5%. So you want to relate to the 5% and market to the ones that actually are the action takers. So you can create some real impact, okay? You get better results for your members, for your team, for your clients. If it's exclusive, you're going to attract higher level people. You'll attract the best speakers, partners, and sponsorships, more testimonials, and loyal fans, better retention and less headaches, better overall community, and you'll be able to create a family atmosphere, and that's priceless. That's priceless, right? So we have something called the Game Changers Academy, and like I said, you actually can't join today. So even if you wanted to, we have people that always try and join, but you actually can't join today. But I want to share with you what this is so you can apply and see if it's for you, and we can see if it makes sense. But this is a proven step-by-step system focused on deepening your network, maximizing your profits, and building a life and business on your terms. And the GCA was created specifically to take you by the hand and really help you exponentially grow your reach and revenue, give you a world-class support network and accountability, and a real proven roadmap to build a life and business on your terms. But once again, the reason why we've made it selective, and honestly, we've chosen to not make as much money short term because we actually care more about getting the right people so we can help them become game changers than accepting anybody. So you can't actually get on this. You have to apply. So this might not even be for you. But I want to share it with you, explain why we do it, and then invite you to check it out. But like I said, you have to apply. So the Game Changers Academy is really the fastest way to go from point A to point B while eliminating stress and overwhelm. And it's been going for 5 years. We have close to 400 testimonials now. It's been featured in every publication that's out there pretty much. But here's exactly what you get. You get login access to your own website. It's like the all-in-one resource for entrepreneurs that want to be the best in the world at what they do. So you get a 12 module step-by-step system that walks you through the exact steps, live monthly calls with the world's most successful entrepreneurs, literally step-by-step, nothing is left out. And you get a community of 750 hungry and ambitious entrepreneurs going on the journey with you. You get ongoing training, support, accountability. So why do we had 300 something till the last month or two. We're getting quite a bit of testimonials. Here's why. We are selective, first of all, and we only accept those that will actually help. Everything is focused on mastery, not overload. New training is purposely released every 21 days and constantly updated and relevant. The modules are delivered with a very organized framework where you have a bulletproof implementation plan. You get a simplified action plan. Everything is based on experience, proven results, and what's relevant now, not 5 years ago. And you get live interaction with the world's most successful and influential people as well. And it's funny, I just added this morning, actually. Oh, you get accountability too. So here's something. This one's from 2 days ago, and this one's from Jared was from yesterday, and Matt Coverts was from a couple days ago. I joined the Academy in February 2017. It's been crucial for me making my first 6 figures. In 2016, my business did $236,000 in revenue. So far in 2017, which has been a couple months, we broke $250,000. Pretty amazing. So we focus on really getting people bottom line results. Matt says he's ecstatic about the Academy. In 3 months, he grew his Instagram from 174 to 10,000 followers. His podcast has gone from averaging 1,000 downloads to 4,000. He's took his income just from online from 40 to 450, and he's connected with some high-level people. So we just got these the last 2 days, which is pretty cool. So we have 4 different levels of the Academy. One is customized that we just created within the last year, but everything is focused on what's best for you based on where you're at in your life and business. Okay? And what I've discovered the last 10 years of training, see if you guys can relate, but here's what I've discovered with a lot of research, a lot of training, and a lot of getting to know people, and why we created this 5 years ago. We created it 6 years ago, but it went live 5 years ago. Here's the entrepreneur's biggest struggles. Inconsistent and unpredictable income, no real guidance or proven strategy, lack of real confidence and certainty, and no real flexibility or freedom. Their business is running them versus them running their business, right? So we made sure the Academy helped people maximize their income on their terms consistently, give them a proven roadmap to follow, help them gain absolute clarity and develop an unstoppable confidence, and achieve more freedom and autonomy, right? So what's really in it for you is accountability and networking, a chance to cut your learning curve in half, give you consistent energy and sustained motivation, your ability to increase your income 2 to 10 times, and a very heightened awareness that most people don't have. And the end result is a world-class lifestyle and legacy. So how? Well, you get comprehensive and tactical modules, very focused on specific subjects, whether it's marketing, building an online business, whether it's maximizing personal development, whether it's maximizing productivity, how to position yourself as the expert and leverage technology. You get access to all those. Exclusive and powerful millionaire guest speakers live every month on video, live mastermind calls and hot seats monthly. Here's some of the people we've had, just to let you know. And we vet these people. We have to make sure they're the real deal. We've had Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Eric Thomas, John Lee Dumas, Ariana Huffington, Brian Tracy, Tim Grover, who was Michael Jordan's trainer, Marie Forleo. We had Gerard Adams 2 months ago. We had Chase Jarvis last month, who started Creative Live. Tim Sykes 2 weeks ago. Ryan Blair's next week. Tim Ferriss coming up. Tony Horton coming up. Amy Porterfield coming up. And a lot more. Okay, we have some of the best speakers in the world. You also get access to our exclusive mastermind forum and our private Facebook group as well. So there's nothing out there like this. So really think about how much this would be worth to you your next 5 years, like to your career and life. Okay, think about that. And I don't know why you showed up here today. Like, I don't know what it was for you as far as what got you fired up. Maybe you're sick of treading water in your business. Maybe you're frustrated because your blog or your online business is not growing fast enough for making money. Maybe it's because you're sick of trading time for money and you want some leverage, or you got into business for freedom, but you don't have any, or maybe you're bored. I don't know. But here's the deal. I want to invite you to apply. We're not talking about the academy right now as far as selling it. We're talking about applying to see if it's for you, because most likely it probably isn't. But if you're someone that has that hunger and desire to really elevate their game this year and make a change, I recommend checking it out. GameChangersMovement.com/apply. And for a special limited time, you get a huge discount for this, being on this training, exclusive monthly mastermind access, which you'll learn about, and over 3,000 in free bonuses as well. But here's the deal. I'll warn you, the applications are open for this special only until Sunday at midnight, then they close. So here's what to do next. I'm gonna go over some other stuff too, but we do have a contest for the first people that apply. Here's what to do next. Go to GameChangersMovement.com. You can learn more and explore too. /apply. Fill out the application. We'll review your application and we'll schedule a call with you. And here's the cool thing. We'll dive into your business. We'll answer your questions. And even if you don't get accepted or it's not for you, you'll still get some value, which is pretty awesome. We'll see if it's a good fit. I'd strongly recommend, now, by the way, if you know right now it's not for you and you're not ready, or you don't think you have that hunger to elevate your game and you're complacent and you know that you're not going to take action, don't waste time. Hopefully you got some value, right? But I'm talking to the amount of people that really are ready to elevate their game, okay? So you have two options. You can try and figure everything out on your own and spend thousands of dollars and waste tons of time trying to do it yourself. Trust me, your mistakes will cost you. Or you can cut your learning curve in half and get to your goals quicker, right? You choose, okay? Why go through the trouble of figuring everything out on your own when you can just model exactly what I did to create millions of dollars in sales and profits while building a life and business on my terms? I'm going to take you by the hand and show you exactly what I did as well, okay? And nothing I've shared with you is really theory or hopes. This is exactly what I've done to generate 7 figures and create a lifestyle where I do things on my terms. And I've now helped a lot of other people create a world-class lifestyle too. Doesn't matter how much experience you have or what you've done in the past. It matters how much hunger you have right now and how serious you are about elevating your game. I'm not going to go through all these, but there's a lot of testimonials we've gotten. This is from Kirk, who's been on for over a year now. Just to give you a heads up, started Game Changers, I believe, less than 2 months ago with a 5-month goal to raise my business residual from less than 150 to 200K a year. Hit that mark today, over 50K a year raise in less than 2 months. Reworking the 90-day goals of 2016, 7 figures. I just closed 2 deals that are going to make me an extra 55 grand in commissions next month. This is pretty amazing. I know you like success stories. I'll keep it short. My team was ranked at the very bottom of my division, not almost the bottom. I'm talking dead last. By the end of June, we were ranked first in the division, literally from the very top, or very bottom to the top. We're now tied for #1 in the country, just trying to hang on. I cannot believe I've doubled my figures already in 4 weeks, freaking gold. So I'm not going to read all these, to be honest. And this is not something where I sell you on the academy. This is to see if you actually qualify, because The Academy is going to help you regardless. We have close to 400 testimonials. We've studied over 70 different publications and academies and membership sites to make sure we were the elite, and we figured out what their biggest problems and issues were. I've studied a lot of them. I've taken a lot of courses, and I realized what the issues were. We made sure we actually have the best, most tactical, comprehensive training. That's why we have so many testimonials. After 7 months, I have doubled my salary. One that took me 5 years to get in my old job. I've now been given the opportunity to run the auction campaign that spans 4 years and is worth $10 million in total commissions, not to mention the opportunity it's going to generate off the back end. It's been a month since we talked, and I'm very grateful for your time on the phone. Your program is exactly what I need to get me going. I'm glad the program isn't cheap because the monetary investment creates a strong reason for applying the knowledge. I raised my income from $60K to $102,000 all within a couple months. In my first week, I made my first money online. This means a lot to me because this person was not liking what they did, and they made their first $40,000 or $40 on their own terms. That first 40 is a huge deal because it shows that you can build a life and business that you're inspired by and you don't need a boss, right? Can't believe the value in your academy, feels like high robbery. You guys can read that one. I'm gonna take a drink of water. But you guys can apply at gamechangersmovement.com/apply if you feel like you have what it takes. And it's been 5 years. The Academy's just getting started, and it's going to get harder to get into as well. So keep in mind, don't procrastinate like most people. I put together my plan, committed to daily rituals. My total earnings for 2015 were $25,000. My 2016 year-to-date income at time of writing this review is $215,000. Read the rest, talks about the Academy, but people are getting real results. Hugo crushed it. I'm not going to read all these. I used to, but it doesn't make sense. I'll read this. Just closed $25,000 of business in 1 week, trying to hit my first 100K month now. Amazing testimonials. Here's the deal. You can learn more and apply at gamechangersmovement.com/apply. I'm excited to see who applies. I love action take. And by the way, the results are guaranteed too. If you don't get the results, if you don't feel like it's worth 1,000 times the price, you get your money back. So it's kind of a win-win, and there's no risk. That's why we're selective. Action takers are always rewarded. Okay? So here's the deal. The first 10 people to apply, if you get accepted, you'll receive an exclusive Game Changers welcome package where you get a flash drive with our 15 best PDFs and documents and blueprints. You'll get my first Ambition is Priceless mixtape. You'll get my hardcover 6 months to 6 figures personally signed by me. You get my massive blueprint book signed by me. You get an Ambitious is Priceless wristband. First 10. You'll also get my mixtape part 2, which is like. And then you'll get an exclusive customized Game Changers journal, as well as a physical copy of my newest mixtape called Know Yourself, which some of you guys have probably listened to. So the first 10 that apply, if you're accepted, you get this welcome package, which is amazing. And I'll tell you this, guys, the number one reason, no hard sell, I'm not selling anything, I'm just letting you know, and I'm trying to push people away, to be honest. If we feel like we have to sell anything, it's probably a disqualification. The question is not if the Academy is going to help you. It's if you believe in yourself enough to really take action and execute what we give you. Just the call, you're going to have Ryan Blair live on a video call next week for an hour. Just the fact to get him on the call and ask him questions is priceless right there. He's worth over, he's sold a company for $900 million, right? The number one thing that I've seen in the last 5 or 10 years that holds most entrepreneurs back is they never tell themselves now matters. They're always living on someday well, someday I'll be successful. Someday I'll invest in myself. Someday I'll take action, just not right now. There's never a perfect time. You create the perfect time by executing and taking action and telling yourself that you matter and betting on yourself. Most people spend the first half of their life saying they're too young and the second half saying they're too old. Don't be like most people. That's my challenge. Don't be like most people in society. Okay? Think about this logically. So this is the biggest drawback. Most people never tell themselves now matters. Okay? Here's the biggest drawback. And think about this. I want you to imagine in your mind a person that's made a lot of money in entrepreneurship that you know, or has a lifestyle that you desire and that you want. Can you picture and imagine that person right now? Someone living a life on their terms. They don't have money issues. They can buy what they want at the store. They can travel when they want. They don't care if they go to a restaurant. They don't care what the meal is, what the price is. They wake up and they're excited to get out of bed and hit the alarm to jump up and go take on the day because they love what they do. They can go out after in the morning and they can sit by the outside on their balcony and they can look at an amazing view and realize they don't have no one to call to. Can you imagine that person? Now, can you also imagine a person who's maybe tried entrepreneurship and sales and business or lost money or maybe lost everything? Or can you imagine a person that's struggling, that doesn't like what they do? So let me ask you this question. Where is the disparity? Why are some making millions or even six figures and some failing and losing everything and struggling? Why is there 15-year-olds making $500,000 and 40-year-olds dead broke? A, is it lack of opportunity? Or is it lack of knowledge and network? Answer that for me. Think about it. Is it lack of opportunity or lack of knowledge and network? You are more right than you know. Most people aren't thriving because they don't have the right network and connections, and they don't understand how to become more valuable. There's massive opportunity, right? Most people want, but they don't ever invest in themselves and take action. So if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will. But I want you to think about those people, okay? The ones that are struggling. What would you tell them? You'd probably tell them to get around high-level people to invest in themselves. Okay? So think about that. So this is for you, and I wrote this too. This is for you if you don't feel like your ambition and intelligence matches your bank account, or you're not being valued at your current position and you're sick of others telling you what you're worth. And I've been through all of these, by the way. You're frustrated, you're not reaching enough people and want to grow your influence. You're already making money but want to start an online brand and don't have clarity on what to do next. You feel like your business is running you versus you running your business, or you just want more flexibility and freedom to travel the world, but you're tied to your business. This is for you. And the only real risk here is inaction. So I challenge you guys, check out gamechangersmovement.com/apply. And I'm excited to see if it's for you, to explain the different levels, to hold you by the hand and take you on your journey of success and really cut your learning curve in half. So I'm excited. And any questions for me? Let me open up the chat box. Your questions already, but I'm excited. I'm super proud of this. It's something I put a lot of time, money, energy into. We have so many amazing things coming up, so many amazing guest speakers. I know a lot of you guys already applied. We're already getting a lot of applications, so I'm excited. So any questions you guys have, there might even be people that are already on the academy on here. You guys can share your experience as well. And once again, do you guys understand why it's exclusive? If we accept anybody, it's not that valuable. The reason we have such an amazing community and why people are getting so many results and why they feel fulfilled, they're excited, is because we've been selective. We don't want the talkers, because people love talking a great game, but they don't like taking action or putting their action where their mouth is, right? So we don't want those people that talk too much. We want the ones that actually take action. So I want you guys to understand why. It's been a couple months since reading your book. I started off with a lot of energy and results after finishing it, but now it's difficult to have that same energy. Energy is tricky, okay? So one of the biggest things to energy is what you put in your body, okay? And then who you let enter your mind as far as information goes, and also how you treat your body. So let's not talk about tactics of personal development. Let's talk about just energy in general. When you love what you do, you're energized. When you have clarity, you're energized. When you eat the right food, you're energized. When you work out and spark your body consistently, you're energized. So you need to figure out where you're lacking energy. Is it your morning routine? Is it because you're eating bad? Is it because you don't love what you're doing, or you're not obsessed with your current position? Or are you around toxic people who drain your energy? So for me, I have systems in place. I have rituals in place to spark my energy. I work out 5 days a week. I get rid of all toxic people. I protect my peace of mind at the highest level. And if I don't enjoy something 100%, if I enjoy something 99%, I get rid of it. And I have a ritual in place if I'm not at a peak state of mind, or if I'm not, if I'm stressed out. I have a ritual in place of what I do when I'm not in the zone or feeling like I'm productive. So I shift my environment. I reach out to my mentor, right? I change what I'm focused on. So for you, let me see, I don't know your name, but I would really think about where the root issue is coming from and then go from there. Okay. John, I want to thank you for the webinar. I appreciate that. I took too many notes. That's good. Will the Academy help me build my online business for new heights? That's the number one focus. It's helping people build their online brand. There's a 3-part video series. By the way, 95% of the Academy I didn't talk about because I'm not trying to sell you on it. The people that feel like they're a good fit, I want you to apply. If you don't think it's for you, or you feel like you're not a good fit, don't apply. It's for anybody that has that hunger. But anyways, John, there's a 3-part video series on how to build an online empire to 7 to 8 figures. And it's called Positioning Yourself versus Prospecting. I used to sell that standalone and it sold out. I took that off the market, and that's a bonus in the actual Academy. So you have access to that training as well as all the other training. But yes, we just had a kid named Josh Ryan join who you'll get a chance to connect with if you get accepted. He just turned 17 and he's making $10,000 a month just on Instagram, and he just turned 17. So we help them leverage his influence on Instagram. So yeah, we have a lot of people making a lot of money online and building a brand. So to answer your question, 100%. Any other questions, guys? And I'll tell you, you're going to connect with our team. I don't do many calls. There might be a chance you connect with me if I have an opening. I like to kind of jump on and surprise people. So hopefully we get a chance to connect if you apply. But I'll tell you this, the team really wants people that are hungry, that have some proven results. So we'll definitely dive into your business, what you're looking to gain. And here's the cool thing. You have nothing to lose because we won't accept you if you don't feel like the Academy can help you. We've turned many people away that literally have wanted to pay us money, but we protect the integrity of the members and of the culture and community. And we made that decision in 2013, to be honest. Got it, guys? So I challenge you, if you have that hunger inside, if you really want to share your message and spread the word, you want to create content, create a product, a program, and scale it, you want to learn how to build an online business, or you just want to elevate your game and have the best year of your life and really become the best in the world of what you do, this is for you. Or a lot of people that join are doing well in their corporate job or a job that they really don't like, and they want to start their own thing. There's a lot of stuff on how to gain absolute clarity. There's a workshop and a PDF blueprint called How to Get to Know Yourself. And it's 15 pages of really digging deep on who you are, what your strengths are, how to build a business around your values, what business to start, how to monetize it. So every resource you need is in the Academy. We have an advisory where we spent the last 5 years consistently putting in the right content. And then you also, here's what's cool. We've done millionaire guest speakers and we've done mastermind calls the last 4.5, 5 years. If you get accepted, you get access to all of that in your portal. So you literally have 5 years of content and you really won't need any other personal growth, which is pretty cool. It's like the one-stop shop for entrepreneurs. And there's a lot of people that you guys have heard of probably that are actually on the Academy, people that are crushing it right now, young entrepreneurs and millennials. So hopefully you get welcome to the family. I'm excited. Thank you for your time, guys. Hopefully you got some value. My number one focus always is to give you tactical value you can take and use. And the reason why we don't do much marketing. I just talked to someone today and they're like, man, you guys don't do any marketing. How do you have so many people that really want to be a part of it? It's because word of mouth. When you take care of your customers and get them real results, they want to tell people about it. Okay, so we don't do this much. I don't invite people to apply very much. So take this opportunity seriously. An opportunity is only an opportunity if it's taken full advantage of. And once again, most people don't take advantage of opportunities because they're always validating why they should do something later. Don't be like most people, because as you guys can see right now, and this is something I'm passionate about, most people are struggling. Most people are frustrated. Most people have regret. Most people have more forms of debt than income. Most people hate what they do, hate their boss, and are walking around with broken confidence, and they can't travel. Don't be like most people. Be the select few. Be the rock for those around you. Lead the majority. Don't be the majority. All right? Make your last name mean something. And I want to help you do that. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have an amazing rest of your day, night. You guys that called in live. You guys that were all around the country. We have a ton of people all over the world. I appreciate you guys. And have an amazing rest of your day. See you guys.